Well, good morning people. Thought I'd bring you an update on where we're at with the trike. This is where it is at the moment. Made a few modifications just to make life a bit better. You'll notice first of all that I've put the wheels in a more upright position. I found that the camber wasn't helping with steering or stability, and it does seem better like that. There goes the shed dog. So also I've made a different seat. Now this is really simple. I just had a bit of old tubular steel which wasn't being used, so I bent it up into shape using a diagram I got off the internet for the angles of the seat, and it's covered with a piece of fabric that was originally on a outdoor lounger, and as you can see I've put strengthening tapes and a draw cord on the back, and that makes it much more comfortable. I've also added a luggage rack. It took a bit of doing to get the angles right because it's suspension at the back. I couldn't support it down to the back wheel as with a normal luggage rack, but I've made it with this T-section aluminium, which actually is normally used for glazing on conservatories, but that's because the two slots will take T-bolts, and at some time in the future I'm considering electrifying this trike, which will mean just replacing this 26-inch back wheel with a hub motor in it that's adapted to take the disc brake and the Shimano cassette. I've done a little bit more work on supporting the chain so it doesn't waggle about so much. You'll probably notice also on this I've used a piece of threaded bar with some eye bolts at the end, that's so that I can alter the steering angles, so I can get them better. And the reason for the angle on that steering plate there is to provide Ackerman steering, which means that the wheels will turn slightly differently so they'll fit the radius of the corner more accurately. I also put some brackets on for lighting. I've yet to do the rear lighting, but that will come along. And the little brackets at the top, you'll see the reason for those later. I've put these in just so that I can mount the phone on, and then that means I can take some pictures of it actually going along. I've got to go out for another shakedown run. Because of my disability I won't do it until my wife is free from work to be able to come out with me, and then I've got a bit of support just in case anything goes wrong. This is after all a homemade trike. It's the first trike that I've ever built or anything like it, so hopefully my past engineering and carpentry knowledge is good enough that all the joints and etc are up to the job. They won't fail. You'll see I've made the handlebars at what is a comfortable height for me. I have problems with my wrists, and in that position it's the most comfortable for me. I've even put a little bell on there. There's always that possibility that I might need to warn somebody. On the other hand, I might not. Also, the seat is adjustable. You can see this tab here, that tightens and loosens so the seat can be slid back and forth, which means we can adjust it for leg length, and that simplifies getting the seat in the right place. And I'm pleased to say that one of my son-in-laws had a go on it and said he found it quite impressive and enjoyed a little ride only up and down the garden here. But nevertheless, I'm pleased that he was pleased. There may very well be modifications for the future. I've got ideas for various things that I want to do on it, but overall I think she's ready for another run out. And there she is, my first attempt at building a recumbent trike. I will just add on, there's a reason why it's so tall. and that's because I want my head up where the traffic is and not level with the wheel nuts. That's really just for my physical and spiritual comfort, and I'll put another instalment in a bit. Thanks for watching.